Hello, and welcome to the Pretentious Gentleman Reviews. Today, I will be reviewing an anonymous artist who painted beautiful tapestries on the back of broken concrete behind a cineplex. What wonderful artistries await us? Let's find out. Our first soiree into the graffiti reveals a cryptic message, the letters ASU. My fellow scholars have studied it diligently and have come to the conclusion that it must stand for aggressive sexual unicorn. The black line work so carefully and purposely placed next to it may appear to the untrained eye as pure gobbledygook, but to the trained eye of a critique d'art, it is clearly an abstract representation of the chaos within the world and the soullessness of our existence. Now, on the other side of the same concrete pillar, we can find this strange alien language written, which is clearly stating... what the fuck? Is clearly an intricately designed code with the letters X, the symbol for pi, an O, a fancy M, and a K. Clearly, this means expect pi, O my king. Moving right along, we find a full exhibition of the artist's work to explore, laid out in a seemingly haphazard way, but clearly meticulously placed. Let's move in closer, shall we? Here we have an image of a depressed ghost. The ghost is clearly disappointed because it wished not to be labelled as such, more likely preferring something like spirit or something like that. Now, some may argue that it's just a crude drawing of a ghost and the word ghost to label it, but those people are drooling cretins, undeserving of life, who will someday themselves become damned souls. Here we have a bit more of a risque piece by the artist, in which the words at EKG have been defiled by a penis. Quite clearly, the artist is saying fornicate at EKG, and is so telling us to fuck towards an enigmatic kangaroo gathering. Fascinating stuff. Here we see an image of a happy dead person. Now, it's possible that this is in fact a reference to current slang trends, i.e. I am dead, i.e. I have laughed myself off of my mortal coil. However, coupled with the ghostly image from earlier, the message is clearly that even in death, we may find joy in our friendships. How wholesome. Here we see the words our land coupled with another dead happy person. Clearly, this is some sort of reference to the land of the dead and the parties going on there for our dearly departed. It may be suggested that the artist was just being a stupid edgelord prick and claiming useless territory like a dog pissing on a fire hydrant, but while entirely probable, I'm choosing to ignore that explanation out of respect for the dead in the imagery. Here we have some very genuine angst shown by the artist through the use of blood, very beautifully drawn with droplets to give the piece a much more physical and textured appearance. Next to it, a faceless bull creature, and 3 9s drawn upside down, clearly alluding to the great cow shortage of 1999. Some colleagues of mine have argued that it is Satan and the numbers 666, but I have more respect for the artist than to suggest that they are an unoriginal hack with no originality. Here we have some sort of parachute, the artist clearly showing what they wish for. As they plummet through life, the feeling of falling has them wishing for something to slow their fast descent towards the hellish afterlife that awaits them. That, or it's the helmet of an owl's suit of armour. Amidst the piece we have a reference to the movie The Legend of Zorro, the far superior sequel movie starring the unknown actor who voiced Puss in Boots in the beloved Shrek franchises. Beneath that is the letters G-E-R, which is clearly the artist saying grr because they were agitated by the Puss in Boots solo movie. As were we all. And here we have the word fail, which is appropriately ironic given the massive success the artist has had in showing their visions to the world. It certainly is not an apt title for the entirety of their work in its vapid unoriginality and juvenile inadequacy. I hope you have all enjoyed this journey into the beautiful tapestry provided by this anonymous artist. May they go on to do many further projects in the future, as long as they can somehow convince their underrated parents to buy them more spray paint.